combination of 3 wins by the Eagles and Cowboy losses. So, yeah, both ends of that spectrum, it's 3. So, but yeah, if they win 3, yeah, it's over from that standpoint. But
So 3
doesn't
wins.
even have to be 3 wins.
Welcome in, everybody, to a Football Friday edition of Birds 365 here on JAKIB Sports. I'm your host, Zander Krause. That's my co-host, John McMullen. Back here on a Football Friday with everybody, coming off the heels of a Dallas Cowboy loss. I'm sure Eagle Nation's fired up about that. Johnny Mac, how you doing this Friday morning, brother?
Yeah, big day for the Philadelphia Eagles. I joke every time they don't play, something good happens, which I think is a testament to the rest of the league more than anything else. But yeah, all of a sudden it looked, well, if Dallas wins, and Dallas didn't win. The defense showed up like it's played for most of the season, which just didn't show up. And the Detroit Lions kind of scored whenever they wanted to, despite being without their injured players. So, yeah, I think you can rest easy. It's not officially.
So the Birds will need what? 3 wins and it's done, right? 3 wins.
Yeah, magic number 3. Any combination of 3 wins by the Eagles and Cowboy losses. So, yeah, both ends of that spectrum, it's 3. So, but yeah, if they win 3, yeah, it's over from that standpoint. But
So 3
doesn't
wins.
even have to be 3 wins.
Yeah. Do you have 3 wins in the next 5?
Oh yeah, come on. I mean, like I said, you're going to see, and I don't know who's going to show up for Washington or Las Vegas, and you never know in this league because they might show up on a particular game day and play well. It's usually about playing well early for teams that are out of it, and if they play well early, they have a little bit of juice. But if they don't play well early, oh, they're checking out early. That's generally what happens in this league. So, you got to show up. You always got to show up, and you got to play. But I've never felt in danger. Like evidently, there are some people who think they're going to lose every game. I mean, I think that's ludicrous. I just don't see that. And that's probably scars from 2023. But yeah, I've never saw that. I don't see it. Even with the Jalen Carter news, Cowboys had to win that game, and they didn't win it.
Nope, they did not win it. Defense showed up. I thought the offense was okay. I mean, they settled for a lot of field goals in the game.
Yeah, by the way, counterintuitive, but it's a waste in the modern game to have Brandon Aubrey kick anything but over a 50-yard field goal. In other words, if you're 4th and short, I don't need that guy. Yeah, he's going to make a 35-yard field goal, 37-yard field goal. He's unbelievable, that guy. He makes 63-yarders, which was the record for decades. Look like a
chip shot.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. But yeah, again, the way the modern game is played, you got to go for it, man. You can't just, we got a good kicker.
Yeah, well,
especially when you're getting boat raced on the other side.
Detroit scored it well. I mean, look, the game plan for Detroit seemed to me simple last night. Attack the linebackers and attack Shavon Revel.
Ooh, poor Kenneth Murray trying to deal with
destroyed in that game.
Jamar Gibson. I don't think there's anybody that can deal with Gibbs in the open field. So, but he looked really bad. I don't know. Like I said, I've been saying for a while, he's the toughest skill position matchup in the NFL for everybody. But some guys are capable of making it more difficult. Like I always use the good NBA scorer. Some guys the great ones are going to score 30, but if you make it hard on them, it helps your team. Kenneth Murray was not making it hard in the passing game at all.
No, he was not.
But that's a tough matchup. That's a tough matchup for everybody. It really is.
Yeah, I think he had 3 touchdowns. Here's Dirty Day. December Dak is back. All the Eagles fans will be out chirping at Mark Holmes.
If you come out of that game and Dak Prescott is why you think they lost, come on.
I don't see that either, John. But the Eagles fans, they like to chirp at Dak. It is what it is. So Good stuff there. Cowboys lose. Magic number down to 3, everybody. If we can go 3-2, just get in, just handle your business, win 3 games, and then anything can happen.
Don't even have to win 3. I emphasize that. Combination of 3. That you think that Cowboys team is going to run the table? That inconsistent bunch?
Yeah, they probably won't, honestly. No, they probably won't. I mean, they only had their toughest game left is the Chargers. And the Eagles got the Chargers on Monday.
Huh. So, I mean, but they also have the Commanders. So if everybody's worried about the Commanders,
and they got Jaden back.
Why aren't you worried about them for the Cowboys? They have to play them. I forget their other games, but they're not winning 4 straight. They're just not consistent enough because their defense is terrible.
Yeah.
Boy, and
their offense moves the ball, and I think that's the concern with the Commanders for the Eagles versus the Cowboys. I mean, the Eagles offense struggles against everybody.
They got to figure things out. But, also I was thinking about it when I was watching and a big part of that game was St. Brown playing because I didn't think he was going to play. And all of a sudden he plays and he looks fine, by the way. Because they've really struggled when they were down 2, Laporta and St. Brown. They just didn't look good at all. But at one point, and I always talk about how quick the NFL moves. At one point, Trayvon Diggs was an all-pro cornerback. At one point, Deron Bland set the NFL record for pick sixes in one season and was, in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. They stink. They stink. I'm telling you, the assumption that these guys are always the same and that, well, he was an all-pro and he did this and he did. They stink. They can't play. Moves very, very quickly.
It really does. It's a very interesting perspective by you. John, appreciate it. Good stuff there. Plenty of stuff to talk about here today in Eagle Land. We got an opened up show. We'll take some super chats from the great people of JAKIB Nation, and we will look hard at this Eagles-Chargers matchup, Monday Night Football. All right. If the Eagles lose that game, John, I think the Cowboy fans will be back like, we can do it. We can do it. So the Eagles got to handle their business on Monday.
They're at, I forget the number, but they're it's like 5-6%. If you look at I
think it was 9. They showed it last night.
Was it 9? I know it's under 10. They are in deep, what? They are not making the playoffs. Is it possible? Yeah. 9% is possible, but the odds are not good. That was a huge game for both of those teams. If Detroit had lost, they would have been down under 20% potential to make the playoffs. So it was sort of a pseudo playoff game for those two particular teams, and Cowboys lost it, and they are not getting back in this thing. The hole they dug was just too big.